Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim for The Real Sports Talk. You can like The Real Sports Talk on Facebook, and you can also follow me on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST. As I mentioned in the video earlier, this will be my last recap video of the weekend because I just have too much going on tomorrow that I'm not going to be able to stay up to see the entire Clippers and Grizzlies game, although I expect the Grizzlies to win, and I believe it will be probably one of the best games, if not the best, of the weekend. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay up and make a video about that. But the final video I am going to make this weekend is Atlanta defeating Boston 83-74 in Game 1. And this was a series, I should say, where I took the Celtics to win. And I still don't feel it's necessarily terrible about that because Ray Allen was out for this game. And as Steve Kerr mentioned on the broadcast, what Ray Allen brings to that team is not only the best three-point shooter of all time, but they can use him in decoys. Anytime he's out there, you're afraid that Ray Allen's going to come around and hit that three, and it doesn't take much for him to come around. He just gets it and flicks it. He doesn't have to be set or anything. I think he normally actually shoots better when he's coming off his screen and he has like a real small time span to shoot the ball. So at all times you have to be worried that he's going to get the ball and he's going to do that. That opens the court up for other guys, and it makes it helps them make up for the lack of a real dominant big man on that team. That because, as he also mentioned, they don't have Shaq, they don't have Jermaine O'Neal, they don't have Kendrick Perkins anymore. I mean, Jermaine O'Neal's been injured, Shaq retired, Kendrick Perkins was traded to the Thunder. So the team that once had a nice core of big men over the past 3 or 4 seasons really does not have that anymore, and that was huge in this game. Let's go through some of the stats, and then I'll give you my thoughts also on the Atlanta Hawks side of things. Starting with the Celtics, Paul Pierce had 12 points, 0 of 6 from threes. That was huge, and shot 5 of 19, 4 rebounds and 6 assists, but overall a really disappointing game for him. Brandon Bass, who they acquired this last offseason, he started off the season nicely and kind of did not, as the team picked up, he kind of went down. Shot 3 of 7 today, 5 rebounds, all came on the defensive side of things. 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal, 8 total points in this game. Kevin Garnett, 8 of 19 today, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 28 points. So it was a pretty solid overall game for him. Rajon Rondo played a really nice game, shot 10 of 18, and that's pretty solid for him because we all know that Rajon Rondo is not much of a shooter. 10 of 18, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 11 assists, and 4 steals. He did his part. He only turned the ball over once today, so he did his part of things. But taking Ray Allen out of that lineup and having Paul Pierce have such a difficult game really put them in a hole. And then Avery Bradley also got the start at the shooting guard position. Shot 4 of 12 today, 2 of 4 from the line, and got 2 rebounds, 10 points. So not a great game from him. And pretty much no contribution from the bench. Keon Dooling had 2 points, and Selesma had 2 points. But other than that, Sasha Pavlovic and Michael Petrus had 0 points, and Petrus got 20 minutes and he had 0 points. Pavlovic got 6 minutes, so that's understandable. But Petrus, to get 20 minutes and have 0 points, he did have 3 rebounds and 1 block, but overall he's got to bring a little bit more on the offensive side. As we look over to the Hawks now, Joe Johnson, 11 points, 0 of 9 from threes, 3 of 15 overall, a tough game for him. Josh Smith shot 8 of 20 today, not terrible, as Greg Anthony pointed out on the halftime show. He isn't a bad jump shooter. It's when he drops back to take that 3 when things get hesitant, and he did not take a lot of threes today, so that was actually a good thing. 8 of 20 on the game and 22 points. 3 turnovers, but he had 18 rebounds. 16 of those came on the defensive side of things, but a huge overall game from Josh Smith. Jason Collins at the center position, 3 of 5, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Nice game from him. Kirk Heinrich from downtown was 4 of 6, nice game, and 4 of 8 from the field, 12 points. And the Jeff T was 5 of 10, 15 points. Off the bench, they did get a pretty good contribution overall because they got 4 points from Tracy McGrady, who I forgot was even with them. Willie Green had 2 points. Pargo had 5 points off the bench. Marvin Williams had 2 points, and Ivan Johnson had 4 points. So overall, the thing that the Hawks need to improve on is their three-point shooting. Joe Johnson especially just not take as many threes because he's not nearly that good of a three-point shooter. That being said, he's going to sink a lot more than he normally does tonight. Josh Smith, though, isn't going to get as many rebounds. I think overall this is probably going to be a 6 or 7 game series because these teams match up better than it even showed tonight, and it was a pretty close game tonight. The Celtics just throughout this game could not get close enough to really make it a great game, but it wasn't a terrible game, and it should be a fun overall series. Hit me up on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST. Also like The Real Sports Talk on Facebook, and I'll see you guys later.